Hey guys, welcome to Dark Souls 2 with Nitro, and so this is going to be no deaths on Dark Souls 2. So this is my playthrough and also a walkthrough for those of you who want to find out how to do Dark Souls 2 with no deaths. This is for you. So I started just a brand new character right here. I chose Knight because it's my favorite character to play as, and it starts you out with a good amount of health and stamina, and I also am aiming to get the Bastard Sword as my pretty much go-to weapon for the majority of the game, because you're able to get it early, it has really good stats on it, and you can power it up with magic and stuff too. You only need a strength of 20 in order to use it. And it's just a good all-around, well-balanced sword for the start of the game here. So I did play this game over on Xbox 360 when it first came out, and I'm playing with the 360 controller right now on PC. And for those of you who played the first Dark Souls or played this one, when you started out it has the jump on L3. And I actually prefer it like that because it's awesome. Actually, because over the double tap of the B button is what it would be normally, because what will wind up happening, and what I noticed sometimes when I was playing it on Xbox, is when you tap B to do the jump maneuver, you'd actually do a dive roll like that, like right off a ledge sometimes, because you didn't press it fast enough or it didn't register or something like that. And I've noticed from using the L3, it actually works really good. Like, I've never had a problem jumping to my target. It just takes a little bit of getting used to for those of you guys that played the first Dark Souls. And also, because I did get it on Xbox, I had the pre-order bonuses, so I got the weapons and shields and everything. And none of that stuff is really all that useful or, like, I guess, game-breaking or makes it easy for you in the beginning. The only thing I really used out of it was one of the starting shields, because it had decent protection and it was really lightweight. But I don't need that. Alright, so let's see what we get out of the starting items. So there's one of these small, smooth, and silky stones underneath the waterfall right before you enter the log cabin. Ooh, that's a good item. So we got the Chandler's Trident off of that one, and give me something good. Come on! Ah, damn it. Alright, so Titanite Slab is something that you can actually farm off of the stone spear enemies inside of the castle, Drangleic Castle. I like lighting all the torches in this starting area. You don't get anything for it, but it's just kind of fun to do, I guess. Fun for me, anyway. Dark Souls 2 I found to be a little bit easier to play over the first Dark Souls. I never did play Demon Souls, and I really want to. I want to go and like get a PS3 just so I can play it. Because I've heard it's harder than any of the previous ones. I wish they'd release a PC version for it. And for those of you also that follow what From Software is doing, you saw their new game that's coming out, Bloodborne. It's really sad that it's a PS4 exclusive only, because it really makes no sense to have a game be an exclusive, because you're cutting yourself out of a large portion of the profits you could potentially be getting from your already existing fan base. So it's just sad to see that. Same thing with the Tomb Raider. I saw Tomb Raider is going to be an Xbox One exclusive, and that's just stupid. And I have an Xbox One, and I don't want Tomb Raider on Xbox One because I got the first Tomb Raider on PC. And I played the old ones too. I played the old ones on like PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 even. Alright, so L3 time. Here we go. Let's not screw this up. There we go. Truly, it might catch me off here at some point because I'm so used to tapping B, but I have to get used to using L3 for jump now. And so, also one thing that you should know is if you want to get the no deaths ring for Dark Souls 2, you should play in offline mode. Because it doesn't matter what system you're playing on, like whether it be PC or console, you're always going to run into somebody who has like a hacked account or something, and they're going to kill you, or you're going to have to like unplug your internet or something before anything like that happens. It's just a pain when you run into that. Now, they did their best to try and prevent that by making it so you couldn't, or making it at least so it would be very hard to get your saves off of PC or console, so you couldn't do any save editing, but it still happens. Dodge that arrow. I'm gonna take one in the back. Oh, he missed. So that's all the torches in the first part of the area. I'm also playing on a older version of Dark Souls. I changed the calibrations back to version 1.02 and calibrations of 1.05. So this is basically the state of the game before they nerfed everything. Because what they did is they wound up nerfing a lot of the spells and pyromancies. They also nerfed a couple of the bosses as well. From what I read, they made some of their attacks do a lot less damage, which I really don't understand for a game that's really based on challenge. That decision just doesn't make sense to me. So right here outside Majula, you can drop down this little ledge, and there's a couple of items down here. I know a lot of people, when they first play it, they'll miss this because it's pretty well hidden. So that's where you get the binoculars. Just run through and get all the items in Majula here before we go into the Forest of Fallen Giants, and that'll be the first area that I go through. You come up here, talk to this guy, and just go through his like 1 or 2 dialogue things I had. So we're gonna go get the key from the merchant in the forest so we can unlock that, and then he gives us access to all of the weapons and things that we can get in the game. Alrighty. Go up here and we can in fact see we have 0 deaths right now. talk to this guy until we can get into the Covenant. Actually, wait, no. Let's not get into the Covenant. Should actually go and join the Champions first so we can get that little tablet. You don't really have to do this, it's kind of optional, but just if you want, like, some of the items and things. Should go up here and grab the homeward bones from this body and join this Covenant here. I never actually played all the way through on this Covenant yet because it prevents you from summoning anything into your world, but I believe you can still be invaded if you play in online mode. But I did that just so I could get that little tablet there. I'll go back up to this guy and we'll join his Covenant, and then he gives us the ring for a little bit of extra life in the starting area. Now if you kill this guy, you get the Ring of Steel protection, which is actually very good, but it might be a little hard if you do it like right now. Oops. Okay, doesn't matter. We can just enter the Covenant right here. Boop-a-doop. And we get the ring. You can go through the rest of his dialogue if you feel like it.
May you find peace.
Alrighty. I got a ring. Let's put that one on. Go get the rest of the items here before we talk to a lady, and then we can be on our way. So while I'm here, might as well get a shield. Let's crush these souls that I got.
Oh. Okay. But
Go through this guy's dialogue while I'm here as well. Alright, he's done. Alrighty, so I got one of the starting shields. And check this trident. Need 15 dexterity. I don't think it's that great even. Yeah, I don't think that'll be any good really. I'll just stick with the good old broadsword.
Are you the next monarch? Or bet take go on kick bet seek the ones to, is that a shard here to see luck? However,
alright, so now I got my Estus flask. Go ahead and light the bonfire and rest. Let's see, we can get rid of the tablet now. Alright, we're good. Now we can continue into the Forest of Fallen Giants and get all the items in the first little part. And I might fight the Hide Knight, I don't know yet. Should probably equip the Estus Flask. You don't have to do that jump if you don't want to. You can just walk down the path here and then just go around and grab that item. But I chose to do it. Alright. Go up here, kill all these guys, and then I can try and get those throwing knives out on the ledge. Ah! Guy shot me with an arrow. Alright, so we got everything there. Let's get all these souls crushed. And I'm not gonna fight this guy yet. I'll fight him after I go do my first level up. Alright, so I'm gonna try and get the throwing knives here. See if I can do this on my first try again. Okay, so the collision with this rock is a little screwy, so you kind of have to go a little bit off more to the right than you would probably think. And what I like to do is line my guy's head up with that rock right there. That little rock right there. Right where his head is. And then what you do is you just basically run forward and hit the jump. And there you go. And this is the rock I was talking about too, by the way. And then you can get this item over here on the cliff. And so that is our throwing knives, as well as a soul. There you go. That's how you get that the easy way. And now that you have 10 throwing knives, you can go all the way back to the forest and use those throwing knives on the big ol' ogre. So travel back to the things betwixt bonfire and go get the stone ring. Is that my mouse? Is that my mouse on the screen? Okay, so now go back over here. Alright, so we got the throwing knives equipped. You go up through this little path. You run into this guy. And you stick him in the butt. That got his attention. And then we just gotta basically guide him. Come on, buddy. Guide him back here to the opening where he can't go through, and then you can just finish him off with throwing knives like that. And he drops this ring here, so this is the stone ring. And that breaks enemy poise a little bit better. It's like reduction in enemy poise or something like that if you go and read it. I like using it for the beginning parts because I don't know if it really helps that much, but I like wearing it. Okay, and after we grab that gold pine resin, we're good for this area. And the small, smooth, and silky stone is on this dead body right here on the other side of the waterfall, and you just go down this little path here on the right to go get that. There's also a rusted coin way back in the grass area, but it's not really that important. I don't tend to use them. Okay, stick those things in storage. And one pair of boots. Alright. Now I'll go on back to Majula, get some upgrades, and then I'll probably go and fight the knight. Alright, so let's upgrade endurance to 10. It's because endurance is good to have. I usually like to get it to 20. 40 would probably be ideal, but that might be a bit much for the character build that I usually go for. Because I like to be a great sword wielding, heavily armored battle mage. Alright. So after you come back here, I'm going to show you guys my farming technique. And I like to farm out all these beginning areas because, hey, souls are souls, right? You can use all the amount you can get to level up in the beginning. Whoa. Hey there, buddy. Okay, aggro these guys to back here so you don't have to worry about being shot in the head with arrows. Kill those two and go take out Mr. Archer real quick. You gotta remember we get this guy laying on the ground down here too. Whoops. Alright, there we go. So he's done. And kill everybody up here. And the reason for farming these guys out early on, even though they give you like low souls, you can use it for a lot of early leveling up. And they drop throwing knives, so you can use those on the ogres too really early on instead of having to waste souls of buying them from the merchant. And the ogres give you quite a few souls too for when you kill them down there. Ah. You drop an item? Nope. Okay. Alright, I'll get to you in a minute. So now, let's go light the battle fire. Doesn't really do anything, but I like lighting it whenever I can do battle with this guy. Let him know what's up. Alright, fire is lit. And that is a signal to begin Mortal Kombat. You gotta be kind of watchful for this guy. He has a couple of fast, like, 180 attacks that'll catch you off guard. Like that one. And that one. But he's really nice and weak to backstab, so that's a technique for him here. Gotta watch out for like a double swing there. You gotta get him quick too, so he doesn't have time to do his little backstab maneuver. But there you go. So that is the knight defeated for this first part, guys, and I'm going to farm out this area before I move on to the next part, and then in the next video we can continue through this area. So I will be doing the entirety of Dark Souls 2 pretty much like this. I'm going to go through each and every one of the areas as I would kind of normally play them, get as many of the items as possible within reason. Like, you don't want to take unnecessary risks if you're going for the no deaths ring, which is what I'm doing here. So I'm only going to take ones that I know how to do, and then I can guide other people through so they don't die. Alright. So that's it for this area, guys. Do hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next episode. This has been Nitro and Dark Souls 2 with no deaths. Till next time, guys, don't die. Peace.